Hello, welcome, and in fact, welcome back, and good morning, or good afternoon, good evening, depends upon your time zone. Thank you so much for all of you again tuning in on time. And today, another week we are completing today. Now, I know all of you are almost reaching the weekend mood, but today we have an important, not just a Q&A like a Thursday. We started doing a Q&A alone, but today we'll be completing yesterday's topic. Then we'll take at the end of the part, the Q&A part. Okay. There are a few good questions we shortlisted. I think we may not be able to take all the questions as we promised last time. I think definitely with a couple of days from now, we will do another Q&A. So that time we'll try to do. But few questions, I think around 5 to 7 important questions, we will take it forward. Okay. So thank you once again, and please get settled in. Today, continuation of the yesterday's topic, about the list building and prospecting and email marketing. So this have been talking about, and today the first time, we are starting another series of 100, right, tools. So we had a business model, so we have strategies. I think we reached around 20 to 30 strategies, but we never ever discussed any kind of a tool so far. We always kept that for the end part, right? So today onwards, we start discussing about the various tools. The tools in the sense, we have been discussing various tools, but we name it as 100 tools which we use to make $100 per day. So one of the tools today we'll be discussing, and you can actually even start utilizing even today onwards to part of building your list and prospecting aspect. Okay. So having said this, we'll start now, and I'll connect you to the PowerPoint as usual, and please get settled. Okay. So once again, I officially welcome all of you for our Digital Mastery Challenge today, day of 63 of our 100 days program. 17th September, Thursday, I'm live from Doha at 6 p.m. on Thursday. Okay, so yesterday, as we discussed in the part of a promotion, we derived the most important factor of the business is the customer, and there is a customer profiling, and we need to reach out to the customers in an inbound and outbound method. Inbound people come to us, so we need to go to them, and we start discussing about 100 strategies, 100 way of reaching out to the consumers or to the users, to the visitors, to the prospects, the people who buy the service or they visit our website in which we benefited. So for this, yesterday we completed about a kind of an email. We have, as we discussed, we are doing a sneak peek now. So we will go there. You can start working. Then we'll detail part on a strategy part we'll discuss once we complete 100. So the sneak peek I'm looking forward to complete another 10, 15 days time. Depends upon other topics. So having said this important aspect is the three parts of this process very, very important. I think each one of you is going to involve in these activities, whether you are running an e-commerce business or a YouTube mastery or a YouTube channel, or you have a drop service, or you have any other online businesses. The most important part is the three things is actually you need to build your list, and you need to do prospecting, and you need to manage the lead. This is the three most important part of the before we make a sales in our websites. So list, prospecting, and lead management. Now, yesterday we start discussing about prospecting and lead management. So what exactly we talking about the prospecting part? The prospecting is, as you know, the kind of a process of finding the real person, the real customer who is going to buy our products and services from our website. As simple as that, right? Now, there is something called leads and prospects. From the prospect, we also get a lead. So leads is basically another step of a prospect. Anytime they become another step. So we never know when it becomes, but we need to treat them separately. A prospect, not necessarily always a lead. A lead will usually come from prospect, but sometimes we'll have a random search coming to the website as well. But lead is a potential customers. They express the interest of buying something or availing some service through certain behavior. Like sometimes behavior is not just say coming asking about the details. He might like our post, or make he share, or he subscribe, or something he shown a symptom which is show that is he is really interested in that, which is more visible and invisible thing, or a kind of visible thing which we can teach. Things like somebody he download a book of about our products or service, or maybe he participating kind of a webinar kind of a thing, or maybe he's involving the blog and comment, etc. So that is based on that we can derive he's also a lead. Or you can also have a funnel and a landing page bringing to a different level part of a lead spot. Now, what are the strategies we use for a lead generation? The first thing is our email, right? So email marketing, as we discussed yesterday, we need to use email marketing very effectively. And we have a various platform we discussed yesterday, email service providers. We take an example of MailChimp. There are various platform also you can utilize it. Now, when we talk about email marketing, so which are the part we will start? Yesterday we started discussing about doing a bulk emailing continuously, weekly or month by weekly. We are sending, but where to whom we send it? So we need to have a list to whom we'll send. There is a rule, as we discussed yesterday. Some of the country won't allow you to send it, and as per a regulatory, are only supposed to do opt-in list. So we need an opt-in list. So how do we make an opt-in list? And plus, sometimes your promo will be backfired if you don't have a proper list, and if you don't get a result, if you don't have a proper list. So whatever you say, you can see the list is becoming important. So that's exactly the reason we need to start working on a real list building, which include prospects and lead, or maybe a random behavioral people also we can be there. But the most important thing is we need to make sure that is the email person, at least in a remote way, he may be interested in. Okay, so it is. We need to have an opt-in strategy. That's the first thing. So this is like an egg and chicken issue. How do you get an opt-in list? So unless you have an opt-in list, you will not be able to market it, right? So now to market it is also you need to communicate someone. So one is a long-term process, which is you make a website, you do social media campaign. Through these activities, people becoming an opt-in. But actually, we are working on a very short time. We need to get a result. That is exactly we want it, right? Now, the SEO takes time. Or social media also, it's not that one day you start generating revenue. It's over a period of time. What is faster and easiest method is email marketing, as we discussed. In that, we need a list. So without list, you will be, you'll be get frustrated on our email marketing part. You need a right amount of list. So how do we make this list of prospective customers? So any kinds of customers, we can actually use that. So now one is actually a random list itself we can create, because especially you're starting an e-commerce, depends upon the niche. You don't know what kind of a customer you're going to buy initially itself, right? Now, you may also depend on any kinds of business, your drop service or an affiliate marketing or anything you do. Initially, you wanted to start with a different kind of a list part. As you know, most of the time we do business with the people we know, right? Kind of we know that some connection to peer-to-peer communication. So that's a place we get a more comfort, and we give them business, the people we know. Same way, when you're planning to start a business, you need to start with your email itself. So take out your Gmail and start building a list. Now, when you look at it as, you have thousands of email in your Gmail. So there is I think when you start making a list of, I think yesterday we set a goal of 10,000 email by championship. Championship is approximately now to 63, right? Only 30, 40 days time. So another 1 month's time, think about a 30 days time, you are making 10,000 people email list. So how do you make this one? Is it possible? Yesterday I mentioned you spend half an hour to 1 hour every day to make this. So 30 minutes to 1 hour, how are you going to do? So I'm going to tell you a few methods and a tool where you can build this one. Now, first we'll start with your Gmail. If you have a Gmail, your list will start with an Excel sheet. Okay, you put an Excel sheet. How do you get this? It's a very simple step, right? You're extracting Google contacts. Go to your Gmail, then go to the right side. You can see the button. I marked in the red color there. There you click it. Then you get a entire thing. When you click there, you go to the contacts. When the contacts, you get entire email ID and phone numbers. So from that, you can there is a button called export. So you can export all your contact to there. And then you can save as a file, Google CSV or Outlook CSV, or maybe any other format you wanted to do. So CSV files are important, especially that same time you wanted to create a group with your Gmail, where through group you can communicate the various things, where campaigns you can do. So you can actually see others, not Excel sheet, that is CSV is better. So you can actually save as a CSV. So this is the minimum things which is we need to start with. But the problem here, Now there are many people who have already sent you mail, but they are not in your contacts, right? They are not in your contacts. The people send you the mail, but it's not necessarily they are in your contact. So how do you manage that aspects? So that's what exactly I'm going to tell you here. So how do you extract your email IDs from Gmail? Now, this Gmail extraction, there are add-ons you can use. I think as I mentioned the last time, many people asked me in the question answer time also, can you tell me about the add-on? So I made it here as steps so you can go and utilize this one. Now you can take extract email address by using an add-on. So how the add-on works? So you go to one of the add-on called labnol.org. So where you get it, it's in a Gmail marketplace itself. You can actually download it. Okay. So labnol.org and extract. So you need to install this in your Gmail. So what are the steps? It's a Google Sheet add-on. When you go to the Gmail, you can see the add-on. Click on an add-on. So you can actually, by installing this, you can extract all the emails, header, and all the things. You can download it. Now, why this is very, very important for you to do this? The reason is, okay, so why we have to install this is a point. The reason, as I've told you, the emails which people send to you, in a way, they know you, right? They know you. That's the first thing, right? They contacted you at least once. Not only that, when you're replying to them, when you're sending an email, you can actually start as a reply to their mail. You say, thank you so much for your mail, because they already sent you an email. So you don't have to go, even you don't have an opt-in list. They are not opt-in because they sent you an email. Thank you very much for reaching me out. So I'm starting in a niche website like this. I'm starting an affiliate website like that, starting a drop service website like this. Hey, I introduce a YouTube channel like this. Like that, you can start writing. Okay. So that's the reason, even it's a scratch. Again, you can issue a certain extent, you can solve here because you already have a people contacted you. You have thousands of people. Now, you think on average 100 mails in a week you're getting. So 10, in a month you're getting around 400 mails. Think about in a year, you're getting more than 4,000 emails. You're 10 years you are using your email ID. That means you have 40,000 emails, right? So this kind of an email ID is there. So you need to extract this. That's enough to start with. When you said 10,000, you are wondering, where do I get a 10,000? So here, this itself is actually, you can have a 10,000. It depends upon how active you are in your email, how many people are sent you an email, etc. So here, what do you do? So this is a Google add-on you download and install it with your system, with your Gmail itself. Okay. So here, as I mentioned, you have so many emails to extract. So not necessarily all the thing at a time should do, because 50,000 emails ID, but it's better to have that email ID first itself, right? So what you do is you can, whatever you want to do, have a from, you can put some from or a CC or a reply, you can put that word and you can have this one, okay? So it is these people not in your contacts, but surely there's in your Gmail. So that's the people we are extracting. Hope you're clear on it. When you go to contact, they are not there, but they sent you an email or you send an email to them. You are sure about it, it is there in your Gmail, but it's not there in your Gmail contact, right? So this is the first source of we can have. So the people directly or indirectly, they are in touch with us, right? So we already know a kind of a conceive, actually we know them, right? Such a place we'll start with. So you'll have thousands of emails in your box. So that's the reason it might take some time to get extracted, but I recommend you do that okay. Now, you can this email ID for various purposes you can do. So how does this add-on work? So it comes to your Gmail inbox. That's a good thing. So you can have it in your Gmail itself. You can create a group, you can export, you can put it into the email service providers, various levels, you can do that one. So how do you find these email addresses? So first of all, it's go to the Google Sheet. Then from the spreadsheet, you can save them in the way you want, any file. You can save as an Excel file, you can file as a PDF file, whatever you wanted to have, you can choose from the spreadsheet itself. So once you install the add-on, so how do you install add-on? You go to when you go to the Gmail, when you go to the Gmail add-on, go to labnol.org, you can see that is from there, you click on install in the UK. Once Google Sheet, when you install, and you can see an email extractor button there. So you click on that add-on email extractor, then start extracting. So email extractor, you can start extracting there. Now, please understand it takes time because it's so much of emails there with you. So it will open a Gmail extractor. So in a Gmail extractor, it comes, you can actually select different label. Hope you know what is label. In a different label in the Gmail, you can actually save this. So once you once you downloading, you choose let's an example. You're using a business as your label, and you want to do advanced criteria filtering part. You can also do criteria like you don't want 5 years ago, maybe you're in university 10 years ago. You don't want that email ID. You can avoid it. But I personally recommend initially you get everyone. So because initially you don't have a much prospect list. When we say 10,000 email IDs, you feel it's a huge numbers. Once you have 30, 40, 50,000, it's good. Even 100,000 is good. Why? Because I told you over the ratio of email. So this is not an opt-in list. You get only 0.3% of the people opening the email. That means 10,000 people you send an email. The maximum result you can expect only 300. Okay, so that is the case. Now you need to have a maximum number of people opening of this one, right? So once you download all this email, now please understand it's a time-taking process. Let the system work. So even you open it, you don't have to full time with this because it's an extraction, it takes time. So you can start doing, and if you wanted to filter it something like that from whom to whom, and BCC you want to do like that also, you can actually option is that to advanced level of you can set a criteria for it. Once you set this criteria, in your Gmail extractor, you can see all these options, and then you click extract. So once you say start extractor, so then this extracted comes to your this extractor Gmail file, entire email IDs. All the email IDs has come there. Once you come there, and first of all, you'll have multiple email ID. Why? This reason is the person might have sent you multiple times the emails. So you can actually make a unique email IDs as well. So you can choose you want only unique email IDs. You can actually choose a unique email ID. So you can have two files. One is all emails and unique emails. Okay, you can do that. And once you download it, you get a file like this. So this is your email. So you have a CSV file or Excel file. You can convert this to CSV file or Excel file. It is okay. Now from this spreadsheet, you can keep it in your dashboard or your system. Then whenever you want to export it to another format, like an email service provider you wanted to upload, you can do. Or you want to do, you have to make a group with the Google Gmail itself, you can do. It's up to you. So once you get this 50,000 email ID, that's a great thing, right? Now, so here, then you go back to your email, so you can see a label like extracted. You wanted to remove that, it's easy. So remove the label, you click there, remove label, yeah, you can remove, or you can delete that one. So if you wanted to remove it, you can remove if you wanted to. Okay, that's it. So this is the process. I'll just show you once again. The recording you can see, but don't miss this any of the points. Do this one. Okay. Now, quickly. So you go to labnol.org in your Gmail and install it. And once you install it, you make sure that is all thing you download. Accordingly, you download all because you wanted the email IDs now. So look at it, this working process on the Google Sheet. You can choose what spreadsheet you wanted, and like you want in Excel, you can do. Then install it. Once you install it, you go to the email extractor, then start extractor, and it will open in the Gmail extractor. Choose the label. Once the label is fixed and extract it, it's not immediately 2-3 hours. It might take, depends upon how many email ID you have. It will be downloaded and it comes to you one, and you can repeat this one if you wanted to want it. Okay, so you know different configuration you wanted. Once you wanted only some certain organization send you an email. Sometimes you can put a subject line. So you wanted to do repeated one also, you can do. So once you download it and you have a file there, and if you wanted to remove this, you can also remove it. Okay, so this is a process all of you should do. So that's the first thing, to reach out to your 10,000 email data. I'm sure you'll reach out to so many emails will be there according to me. And you have a more email IDs. Actually, you have everyone will have a multiple email IDs. You can use in all the email IDs, and to get to do more email to targeted customers. Now, while saying this, you might have understood the tools are important. If these tools are not there, what is the option for us to extract? So Labnol as an add-on is Google added there. If it is not there, actually, we cannot have all this one like a 2-3 hours time. It take very long time, right? You go to every email, then copy paste. It's not possible around 10,000, 20,000 emails. You go and copy paste and copy paste and copy paste, right? This is a 3 hours time. You can actually download and then. Now, here it is another problem. Now, what kind of a tools we should use? This I'm not counting under our tool. That's an add-on. Okay. Now we are going to see a prospecting tool. Think about this is, I would like you to pause a moment here. So now yesterday when I said 10,000 email IDs, everybody had a concern. Where do I get it? Now you think I've shown you a method. You have it, easily. According to it, definitely, if you're a 5-year-old email and you're active on various things, I'm sure you'll have 10,000 emails. Okay. Now think about the same way if you can get our targeted customers' email IDs on a daily basis from different part of the world. The targeted customers. When you say, whichever the products you bring it to the market, you know who's going to buy. No, you think when you brought a jewelry, the well-to-do, the gold-loving females is going to buy, and this city they are there, but you are not meeting the right person to come to your jewelry, right? Same way, you come to a fashion industry, the people who wanted this, but you don't know the people who are coming and buying. So maybe millions of people, some people are there. So now all these people, like in a physical world, we look into the city. We know, when you go to a helicopter vision on top of or maybe when the flight takeoff time, you look down into the city where you belong to, that cities you have businesses there. The clients are there, but you don't know where they are. Same way you look at here, when you go to online, 3.8 billion people or 4.2 billion people now are there online, and they're buying a product, your niche product, they're already buying from Amazon and Alibaba, etc. Or maybe some other project they're doing, or some different kind of business you're doing, or a drop service you're doing. They're already watching YouTube. You wanted them to come and watch your channel. So all the things we require. But the problem is, how do we reach them? So we talk about SEO to when they search in Google, they come to us. As you know, when you look at the 30,000, 100,000 keyword monthly search volume, it's quite challenging. It's not that easy the way we think it. So now that's exactly, there is an email marketing. This an email list actually really is going to help us to grow the business faster. Now, the tool which I'm going to talk to you about, not only from your Gmail, you can actually get it done from outside market as well, more specifically. So how about, let's say, you wanted to send an email, let's say to Sundar Pichai of a Google CEO. Okay, or you want to send out an email to Satya Nadella of the Microsoft CEO, or you wanted to send out MD of Qatar Airways, or you wanted to reach out to the Hotel Taj, or you want to reach out a large corporate house, or maybe a political leader. All these people basically, especially when you're doing a business, these kind of people, either B2B or a B2C, they are spending money, and they are the decision makers we wanted, right? The decision makers. You randomly are sending an email to reaching out somewhere. No, it's not possible. So if you get a person name and the email ID, some cases use phone numbers, even we know his positions. It's very easy for us to contact, right? So that's exactly the tools we are going to do. So this on a daily basis we spend on it. We can keep increasing our leads, our prospects first, then leads. So there is a lot of tools are available and to do this one. And by connecting, where the people put their email ID. So you tell me which are the places you kept your email ID, apart from the Gmail or a Hotmail or a Outlook or whatever you are using. Apart from where you kept your Gmail ID or your email ID details, where you're given. Basically, many other companies you register, you might have given. Definitely when you given for your social media, right? And or you open a crypto wallet, you're given an email ID. So these are the places we are given an email ID. So someone wanted to get to your email ID, without asking you, they can get from there, right? So this is one of the methods which I'm going to discuss with you. If you are looking for a professional, so I'm taking the professional as a category where you can get his data immediately. And the professionals are the people who kept this a very systematic way. They talk about which company they work, what my designation, and you can also know, how long have been working and which company he has been working, and his contact details, everything. And it is there in the various social media networks. And the best is, I take an example as a LinkedIn. So you can take from the LinkedIn all this data, right? So the real decision makers, whether CEO, purchase manager, or a vice president marketing, or maybe HR, all these people are there on a LinkedIn. And by using a tool, we can extract this data for B2B purpose and B2C. B2B is an awesome because you directly target them. Let's say you're in a printing business. You want to reach out to them for a printing purposes. Hey, I have a printing solutions. You, as a drop service, you say, I can do printing, complete your office stationaries. I can print your branding. I can do your merchandising. Everything I can offer to you. When they say to reach out to somebody from the office you reach, there's no point. But the person who's taking a decision for a printing and you reaching his email box, and he might get in touch with you, or he will take a decision, right? That's one. Second one is now talk about the B2C segment. All these people are usually high income group, and they are the influential group. So these industry leaders take a lot of decisions. They are what they talk about, what they write about, what they teach about, what they comment about, what is, it has a value. So these people actually we should reach out and connect and establish a rapport with them. And even various things, a lot of other benefit is there, but I'm talking about it purely on an email marketing perspective. I'm not talking about networking benefit, partnership benefit, joint venture benefit, co-branding benefit, all the things separate that we discuss separately. Now, email marketing perspective, when you look at the major thing is you browse and take these details. How do you do this one? So one of the tools which I'm going to talk about is the get profiles. And you can directly get their details to like you downloaded from your Gmail, you can actually download and have these details. Especially the business email. You know that there is a people has a random or a kind of a garbage email and a corporate email, right? So like garbage email, what I'm saying it is just people give it and not regularly open, just for some purposes given. So most of the time they don't give it their official email ID. So they are real, and even sometimes their business card will not carry the really business ID. That is they give out or maybe their secretary checking email. But when you go to social media profiles and LinkedIn, like they keep their real email ID. So here is actually you can do a building prospect. So please pay attention. Here I'm talking to two things at a time. One is you're building a business, where you're list building, and the same thing many people also wanted. Now the list everybody want, right? Yesterday the demand, right? 10,000 another 30 days. That's a big challenge you're feeling. Now, like any company, they have email marketing. They have to send out millions of emails. So where do they get emails? They need to buy an email. So we'll come to that one. Okay, that's a business idea I would like to share with you. So you can import 100,000 contacts or millions of contacts from various professionals in a few seconds. So the tools which I'm talking about, the profiles, it automatically import the contacts based on their biography, location, education, latest email, etc. And you don't have to spend a lot of time to get sales because it's easy, very, very easy, because you're very decision makers, you're actually contacting. So step number one, you need to research, understand this is my customer. You need to have these to whom I should contact and the decision makers, plus maybe your avatar of customers, etc. You need to think about. Now, once you have it, you need to find out the relevant tools and the source to get these details, right? So you need to map out the market for that. Now think about this prospect. If you have it, this kind of a set of people, if I contact them by email, are they going to take a decision? Think about, your niche, you also know your customers, right? Now qualify, and now you need to prioritize prospecting because there's millions of people. So you need to start working and start getting a return on investment as well. It's not that you can keep on doing and after a long time you're getting result. No, if you do a campaign this month, what the goal which we're working on, right? Quarterly we need to make a profit and monthly we need to have revenue. So every strategy which we are doing, that has to be the fact. Except SEO, you may not have a result in the first month, but later stage even SEO should give us the result on it. So here is we need to prioritize. So when you prioritize this is according to you, the high possibility of the people buying the products from you, that's or medium, then low. So that's where you can go. Then definitely you connect with the decision makers. Now these are tools which I'm going to introduce. The first ever tool, as I told you, we have a lot of tools we can use to faster and reach out to the business. So here, this tool is a get profiles, as I mentioned yesterday. So it's actually a sales intelligent tool. I don't know how many of you browse the website. So it's a sales intelligent tool. It's a kind of a prospecting engine. So how does that work? It's a plugin. It's work as a plugin. So it's a Chrome extension. So in a Chrome, you can add as an extension, and it work with the major social medias. But I'm taking an example as a LinkedIn. I think all of us is more familiar with the LinkedIn. It's also work with the Zing, so many other platform also it works. Now, how does the data fetching happens? So first is your objectives here is making and building a list, right? So it's a very cost-effective tool for you, and you can start with even free account. You can try with this in 100 leads. You can collect this for free, but you can pay and take it. You wanted a more accurate one, more account. You can pay and use as well. Now, so even if you can actually improve your business with this tool. I really strongly recommend you start building with this real, not other Gmail. You can take a random. So we are not paying anything here. You really wanted to use 100 people. You want to try who's your customer, the same customers, correct, exact contact details you can have. So what is step one? Go to getprofiles.io. From there, you sign up with the Get Profiles, and once you sign up, you can use this as a free account. So you don't have to pay the money. So you can open a free account. There is a paid account as well. You open a free account. Once you created a free account, they'll verify your email. So send the email ID you've given. You go and activate the account. Once you activate an account, you can log in. So you put your login ID, user ID, and password. Then you need to add to the Chrome. So it's a Chrome plugin, as I mentioned. So install as a Chrome plugin. Once you install, it comes something like this. There's it's a Get Profiles prospector. You click on Add to Chrome. Once you add to the Chrome as add an extension, click on Add extension, and you will see an icon coming in the Chrome tab in the right side, right side upper. Okay, where you click on the icon. When you click on the icon, then you can start searching based on a job and industry and location, the people details. Job title, CEOs. You want all the CEOs, all the directors. You want vice president. Okay, right? Or you want to go for a industry, or if you want to have a location. So you can use this one to get this people details. Now, you can see the details in their email IDs of a person working as a marketing manager or computer software industry and living in so and so. You can actually choose the person's detail from there. Then you search that. When you search it, you can see so many people loaded there with their information there. So their name, their email ID will be there. And you can add each one of them, all of them you can add and import the file like earlier we did through the Excel or a CSV file you can download. So you can also see just on you want only email ID, you're only looking for, now we are talking about email ID prospectives. You want only email IDs, you can actually download it, you can do. But that's a prospective. But this we don't have to come back again and discuss again for our other campaign part. Right? So you wanted to do a campaign or later with the website targeted, email ID targeted, mobile targeted. You can actually say all the email and other details also you can add to the other one. So once you add this one, go to your dashboard of it, go to to profiles, Get Profiles. In the Get Profiles, all these details will be there. So you already downloaded to you. This you have it is their name, email ID, and all the thing. Okay, and their LinkedIn profile. If you are downloaded from LinkedIn, if you are taken from Zing, their Zing profile. So all these things, data comes to you with your Gmail now. Now, all these prospectors informations, what you do, you want to know more about them, you can actually start browsing their profiles and understand what the position and and plus his colleagues' details, everything you can have. Now, this one you can actually export to your preferred file type. So preferred file type can be like we discussed about a PDF or Excel or a CSV. You can actually have it. Once you have this one, that you can add to your email campaign, right? So this is exactly the way you can actually do, you can get the details. So this is a tool I would like all of you to start using. Start with a free account. If you like it, you can actually have more you want it and giving a result. You try with 100 and you can keep doing it as well. So thank you so much, all of you, for this aspect to listen to this part. Now we go to the business idea based on this one. So now you understood this is there's a tool we can use, like one add-on people are using for their own, that your list building. So same process, no, and we don't have it in public. Now you can use this Chrome extension to extract the complete people details contact. Now think about something like this. Now when we talk about your own B2C business, this people are buying power is more. But when you look at some of the B2B businesses, especially you're starting a drop service, especially you're a consultant, you're a trainer with a company, or you're a mentor with a company, or you are planning to do some kind of a B2B businesses, or you're looking for investors. In any of the cases, you wanted these people details to reach out to them. So you can rightly email them with their name, addressing with the, you can actually browse LinkedIn and get all the details about him. Then you have a more personalized communication, like we discussed when investment time. We discussed about, if you wanted to have a more people come to you, you need to communicate with them, right? So think, act, and communicate. So we need to communicate this people by email, and we can get it done. Now, the business idea I would like to share with you is, actually I want to do a beginning of the business idea, because once you start understanding the value, you appreciate this business idea more. So I'm not completely discussing today, but I'll give you an idea. I want you to do research. Based on that, once again, we do a business idea and we can finalize the business model. But I want to get you to the complete business idea based on this one. Now, you know this Chrome extension, you know LinkedIn as well. Now, many people in the market wanted the contact details of the people who take a decision for a particular industry. It's not an individual address they want. Now, so many people actually, let's say, someone, the COVID-19 now, maybe some mask, someone want to sell it. So who are the target customers? Maybe the hospitals and clinic and health department or medical shops, all these places you need to reach out. So can we get their email details or contact details? Actually, you can, right? So you can get these people details by using this one. Now, or else you are supplying some products to a hospitality industry. So in one city or one particular, let's say you're supplying something to a hotel. You may be a kind of a things. Maybe you supply for maybe that linen, or maybe you supply some raw material they wanted, or you take care of the maintenance contract, or you give some kind of drop services there. So you want to reach out all the 5-star hotel GM, vice president, and CEO of particular city or a country. So what is the option you have? So you can use this tool and get this and reach out. Now, the many businesses don't have these details. If you know that is, instead of putting out a lot of money on a Facebook and Google, if you can specifically target and reach to these people, then they do remarketing and retargeting through Google and Facebook. It really worked for them, right? So this, by using this tool and the idea which I'm talking to you, we can start selling these details to the people. That can be a one business model. There are many businesses are doing, actually, which is even a presentation which I'm showing is already successfully running company. So that itself is when you can understand there are so many people are making money out of that. So this is a 17th business idea which I'm sharing with you during the 100 days. So based on a LinkedIn. So first of all, you need to have a little idea about a LinkedIn. So I hope all of you are there a profile. If you don't have it, understand that it's a professional network, and all the professionals in the world is usually you can see. And many of the marketers believe in LinkedIn is one of the wonderful places. And if you have a corporate website, 64% of the corporate visits actually come from LinkedIn. And it's fantastic for a B2B. And they have 500 million users. And basically, two purposes you can do, as I mentioned. People also use a recruitment purpose, also as marketing purpose, right? Now, we can put ourselves in a good personality and business page we can have. And majorly, we have a good professional headline, contact details, about summary, what we do, skill and expertise, interest. We have it as in the face. When in LinkedIn, that means all this data we'll be able to extract and make it and selling on. So this professional headlines, when you based on that, we can have that. Based on that, we'll understand what exactly a person is doing. This is many of the companies record. And in fact, actually, instead of you creating a list and keep it with you, I personally prefer based on a recommendation of someone. Hey, I'm looking for a kind of a contact list like this. You can get this one. Okay. Now, people you may know also you can download. The people also you view also you can download. All the things you can, based on experience. You want experienced people to to contact you. All the things you can do actually in your database, including the contact details, telephone numbers, mobile numbers, email address. All these details you can include in the URL and blog. And even for a SEO purpose, you can use this. That what the keyword they put it or not, you don't able to understand. Now you can also reach even a top level executives of the large companies. Also, you can reach out through this method. Now you can also understand the skill and expertise of the people and their interest. Also, you can see based on your niche, you can choose. Your niche is you're chosen based on your interest. Same interested people you can actually categorize in LinkedIn, and definitely they'll be mentioning about the hobbies and interest. So based on that, also you can actually extract the people details. So again, LinkedIn also used for a business, and with a business page will be there, and there you complete your profile and expand your connection, and you can also do endorsement and recommendation there. So one place you'll be able to see, yesterday as I shown you, once you get into a email topology, you can connect with other people as well, right? Same organization. So this is a method which is LinkedIn, and LinkedIn is always improving. So my business idea, which is I'm talking about, by using this tool, we can make a website and say to the people, we will get you the right contact details of the people you wanted, and we can charge per lead amount, per one contact, and more specifically they can go and somebody say, I want to know the people who are involved in the FIFA World Cup or 2022. So we can get that details, right? And you also want to know the airline industry, someone. So any corporate company, any industries where there's a money, their budget is there, and that companies have a budget allotted for this much for a printing and stationery, for example. For the printing and stationeries, you can actually reach out to those people you wanted to take a decision. There's no point you're contacting someone else who's not even connected with that. You will be rejected. So these methods we can actually give to many companies. I believe you're getting this idea of what I'm talking about. So I want you to realize this idea, going and using and get profiles, and also use a LinkedIn and try this method. So you understand this one. The next level we'll discuss about it. So this really makes sense to you. It's a great opportunity. I believe this really works because we know we need people to prospect. We need various people to reach out and to get the leads. So many people actually, to generate a lead, what they do, they go and spend in Google, they go and spend in Facebook, and still it's not guaranteed. Your campaign may or may not be successful, right? But here in this case, you definitely get the contacts. One or the other way, it's helpful, and what more accurate person you connect. If there's a high possibility, your conversion is increased and your profit is more. So this is the process I would like you to have, and you can have a completely kind of a tool you present to the world, and you can actually start this a completely virtual business. I can set up you if you wish to have this one, and you can actually use a process. You take an order, then process it, because it's not start putting in a market there. Okay, these are details I have. That's not the thing people wanted. People today actually no. For example, today if I wanted to is basically the people who are willing to start an online business where I want them to attend on a 90th. So to whom I wanted, the people who are interested in, they're on e-commerce market. So when actually Facebook and Instagram and Google campaign actually does not make sense to me, because so many people are reaching, they're not willing to register it as, they're just mentioned. But here is when you look at it as the existing companies who are entrepreneurs and existing, they have a marketplace, the police are already put on a marketplace, they're already selling through Facebook. They're already working with the different companies on a different position. Actually, we can reach out to them and get that one. So this my requirement of this, they will be able to extract the emails and give to us. Okay. And you can actually see different companies, similar one, utilizing this one. You can find out on the business model as well. So there's a sales forecast of the companies as well. So you'll understand entire business model. I kept it there. I want you to study. Then next, maybe sometime when we discuss about LinkedIn as a social media part and as a business idea part on the lead part, we'll discuss in detail about it. Okay. So how do we do this one? You try to understand the how the business works. There's a demo system we can give to the people, and the prospect resources they have, then email resources they'll have, and their lead generation, database access, and give them a training and support. This is actually roadmap to run this business aspect. Okay, so this is a business idea. So actually, as I mentioned, I'm not taking a Q&A for this. Also, I'm not completed the complete model because this quite new, because it's not like a dropship or a YouTube mastery, because it's quite unique, but it's a huge potential. So for example, if you would like to start a completely virtual business, virtual service, where you get the order, then you process and give them that to perfectly use it. So any kinds of details and contacts of anyone you can generate on a custom base. Just want to know after COVID-19, the new CEOs taken in charge. That way you can actually get the people data as well, right? So this is a good thing about this idea, this tool, and based on that you can generate a new business model to promote. Okay, so we'll go to the next part. Yesterday, I added a few things from yesterday. When I said yesterday, many of the people reach out and said it is, how do you set up an auto response and signature part? I just quickly did this very easy before I start taking questions. One is go to Gmail, and then when you go to the settings button in the right upper, and then you go to see all settings. When you click on a settings, you can see something like this. So there is auto reply. The vacation reply, you can see. So same place, actually, you can edit that complete content and copy paste what you wanted to do. Okay, so Office, you can activate that one and copy and paste the content you wanted. So which I recommended now, for example, now about your website, about the thing which you promote, you can automatically send us a response instead of just a vacation. So thank you for your email. Now, we'll be slightly late responding to the email because I'm presently engaged in preparing a company's biggest project launch on 19th September, an online shopping mall. So then below there is a link. So whoever is sending an email, automatically he's get this response, automatically. And there is a high possibility, especially when he's there with the email. The good thing about when you send an email, he's not checking an email. When he's checking email, there are 10, 20, 30 emails will be there. In that 20, 30 emails, he prioritizes which one to read first. Then he overlook our email. That's what happens, right? Here in the auto response, the moment he sent, within 3 seconds, he get back this reply. There is a high possibility he look at the URL and what is this talking about. So you are directly sending another email. So this is called auto response. So you keep this auto response. By default, you get a lot of inquiries and your list will increase on it. Okay, this is an auto response. Mail, please activate it. And with the content, I think you can have a customized content with URL on it. Now, once auto response is set, another thing people asking how to set up a signature. It's very simple again. How do it set? One, go to your email, Gmail. Now click the setting button right upper corner. Then see all settings. Then from the all setting, you get a signature button. When you click on a signature, you get a signature place where you add your signature, and then you wanted to edit or something, URL you want to add, everything you do. Then get to your signature part and save it. So when you save changes, so automatically it's done. Okay. So with this, I think today we are going to end. We start the Q&A, normal Thursday Q&A session we will do today. Now, today, as you know, that is 19th September. It's a very, very important day. I think we are announcing around 4 or 5 different strategies and done for you completely, and the opportunity about online shopping mall on Saturday. Now, this one, I think all of you, when I received an email, please do register, and you can also be part of the CPA affiliate program, which we already communicated to you yesterday. You can do it. So tomorrow is basically e-commerce done for you model. So we never did the e-commerce done for you thing. We did an e-commerce mastery because we used it's supposed to be part of e-commerce mastery, but at that time we went to drop service. It did not come back from there. So Saturday is the date we are going to do this one. So all of you, please do register. And the CPA program, some people say, I don't know what to do. It's very simple. It is go to the step one, is a footer of the website, then fill up the form, and you get a dashboard. In the dashboard, you can actually copy paste all the details and start promoting through social media, emails, and everything. You can do that one. Okay. So this is quickly, I think, anyway, I'll leave it to you how you look into this one. Now, I'll take a few questions before we end today. The first question, how often should I send marketing email. That's the latest the query which I received based on yesterday. It is up to you to fix the frequencies, but too much of a thing is not good, and they should not forget about order as well. So now this is quite challenging to do. Sometimes you do multiple things and multiple emails for multiple days you can send. That's one strategy, but people knows one brand is getting, they know that's from you, it's coming. So it depends upon, you have a different brand, different domain, you can send this to a person, a different email address. Now, first thing, how often, which is, I strongly recommend you to have a once in a week an email with a newsletter. Or you can have a weekly normal emails and once in a month a designed newsletter as well. But the best thing, according to me, you do once in a week an email, newsletter email. So newsletter really makes sense. But if you take a time, content, and you are doing a kind of a part-time, you don't have a team, then you might make it a monthly. But that you try to understand the possibility of you increasing the sales, you're reducing to 3 times in a quarter, right? Monthly, you're doing only 3 times. But if you're doing a weekly, you have trying 12 months time. There are companies send in a daily mail. You might have seen it. You can also do that. There is nothing wrong in it using on a daily basis doing. And there are many people auto updates, and there are a few strategies. Google uses that strategies for their G Suite. They send a report on a daily report. Or when you open the daily report, along the daily report, they also encourage something to do. This can be one method of strategy you can do. Okay, so how should I grow the? Okay, so this is some answer of the frequency. If you ask me, so very subjective, but I strongly recommend once in a week an email. Definitely one newsletter subscription. Newsletter you should release every month. That's a minimum one. But if you can do weekly, it's fantastic. So I prefer you to do weekly newsletters as well. And you have a lot of tools and templates now. You don't have to worry. And every week you reach out to them. That's a good thing. Whether you can also have different things. Different weeks coming out now. Some week you do 2, but actually a regular frequency is always advisable to your email. And too much, yesterday I mentioned that there's something called, some kind of country, most of the country has a rule, something called email bombing. In a particular time period, you're sending too many emails is considered. So definitely we should not reach up to that level. And moreover, the strategy part, when we discuss the social media strategy, we consider email also part of a social media. So we apply a 70-20-10 principle. So if you are using that principle, you can have on a daily basis also, because out of the 7 things you're talking about, you're only talking one day about your products and services. So you can do other tips and bonuses and benefits and details of the market trend, everything you can give to the customers. So which is eventually make you people reading and subscribing those emails. So all these things put together, I can tell you the frequencies based on how much value people has about your products or about emails. Now, if you don't have it, if you don't have some value to offer, people may not be looking at it. If you have value to offer, people definitely subscribe to your mail, and they'll also forward. It will increase eventually. Okay, I hope you got the answer of this product again. Now, second one is, how should I grow my subscribers list? Yeah, that is again a challenging thing. Not one day it starts. One is actually whenever you send an email, you can ask them to subscribe to various your newsletters or etc. And you can also have this subscription newsletter subscription your website. Some people do, or you can also do some giveaways, like you're giving out something to them. What is that? How do I say? You give them some booklet or something, or a coupon or a vouchers. So give them, so they subscribe you. Or sometimes directly you say, please subscribe, I'll send you updates. So these are the method you can upgrade. Most of the time you give a giveaways, say that is report of the 2020, or maybe a latest car in the market. So it depends upon your niche, whatever it is connecting, you can have this kind of a thing to do this. Okay, I believe you got the idea of a subscribers list part. Now we'll go to the next part. The next question is, okay, anyway, I just want to tell you, sir, to increase the subscribers opt-in and double opt-in, there's no shortcut. From your Gmail, you can start sending and getting that. Okay, there's no other option. Next question, is not a social media marketing taking the place of email marketing? Answer is yes, but email marketing also increasing, and as people more on a decision makers or the people of more formal communications, a serious communication is always an email. Plus, that is, even it is in any other message comes like a newsletters, we open and read it. Right? Offers comes to us, vouchers comes to us, coupon comes to us, special benefits comes to us, an invitation comes to us. So most of the time that's happening through email. So we take that one. So of course, email social media, before the social media, email is the king. Now, there are a lot of other people comes in, like a social media, and WhatsApp came. So it's people say drastically reduced, actually not reduced, actually increased. Because email, the more number of people used internet, people also start using emails. So it's increasing. I think yesterday when I mentioned to you, it's a $2 billion industry. From 1 billion to become $2 billion industry now. Number of email IDs also increase in the world. And once in a while, everyone check their email, right? So this is an important part. Okay. Hope I answered this question. Okay. Next question, what is the difference between dropship and drop service? Please elaborate. Okay, so dropship and drop service. And the dropship, as you know, you just sourcing products in a different way and selling to the customers. And you are not touching any of the product in your hands. So you are directly sourcing, and that the dropshipper directly sending to your customer instead of coming to you. So this is a method in a dropship we use. I think that's on hundreds and thousands of people are doing dropship because of the too much of competition. Now the margin also come down, etc. Now, what is a drop service? So drop service is basically you take an order again, same thing like someone else working and processing it. Now someone else is processing it is. It means you may not be given to one person. That multiple people will give it. So split orders we discuss the dropship when we discuss the dropship, and for that, it's not like in your dropship you cannot do that one. Dropship is always go from one vendor. So for example, someone places an order for a corporate suit. There is a jacket, tie, everything starts to go in one place. It's not that a multiple packet to different places you can send it. But here in drop service, what you can do, you can split the orders and get a more profit, and you process that way. So I would recommend you to go through watching a drop service mastery. We did it 2-3 days. AOBB drop service mastery. We did it 3-4 days. So watch all the 3-4 days. You will get a more idea about drop service. Okay. So I believe you got an answer. According to you, there is a huge margin in drop service business. Can you please explain that? This is one of the things many people come back to. As I said, you make around 80 to 130% margin, or I mentioned around 85-90% margin. So how are you saying it is? So actually, with the experience I added, and if you look at the market also, more than that you can see. Actually, I reduced the price to show to the people. I didn't want the people to have an over expectation about it. So where do you get this margin? And the business model, when you look at your consumer, the person who's buying a product from US, and what he paid typically for $1,000 for one particular service will be less than $100 in India, China, maybe Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, like places, or Philippines and Cambodia. All these places, it may be where they pay $1,000 will be only $100 in that particular part. Because the wages, the GDP of the country, wages is different, rent is different. And so the person who's doing the same work from in a different part of the world, like Pakistan, India, China, they only costing you 10%. So you take an order for $1,000, you give out for $100 to the person who's working, and rest of the 900 you keep it. So how much is the profit there? For $1,000 project, you can actually have a $900. So how much percentage it is? In fact, there are many people who are $1,000. I think they will make more than that. So when you look at the price, you go to the sites, exactly like a freelancer.com, fiverr.com, the damn cheap price. So compared to various countries. When I say price cheaper, when it comes into Qatar and Europe and US market, when that way, that's a cheaper price. Hope you got how the margin. And the easiest one want you to understand, go to Fiverr and Fiverr Pro. You can see the price. The Fiverr and Fiverr Pro itself, you can see the different price. Or you can also go to the eBay and check the pricing. You will see the image to see the price. So different. You can check yourself to understand the kinds of money people are making. Okay. Yeah. Next is, why are you not allowing us to sell our own products in online shopping mall, even though you have a 1.5 million products? Okay, this is one of the common questions. Even last time, many people asked me the same thing, and immediately many people has a misunderstanding. It is the moment we say we are starting an online business. Here it is. Why I want to sell it products, because the market is full of marketplaces. So we differentiated. We are not a marketplace. We are more for digital entrepreneurs to run their entire technology, strategy, and organization infrastructure. And we are looking for a sales happening through, or the business happening through circle of influence, and put in a systematic effort to reach out to the people. So it's not, we are more looking for a marketplace. So we are utilizing, looking at this. We are more for entrepreneurs. We are facilitating all this method. So when we say facilitating, so we look for easy to facilitate. So how easy it is, if the moment you use the same infrastructure of Alibaba and Amazon, it's easy to handle, right? Same FBA method or a drop method, fulfillment centers, we use it. Now, another problem here is, now why we are not allowing, that's a question, right? Why we are not allowing? The moment we allow a person, it's not, why we are not allowing, it's not the right word. We are allowing, because all this 1.5 million also come from the people. We don't own any products in that. Not even one product is not by us, right? But we allowing the people only to partner with us. They have that kind of infrastructure in place. They know the quality standard. They know how the Amazon seller works. They know how the Alibaba works. They know they have their own portal. They know the technology, how the online business works. So those people only, we selected this for 1.5 million products. They are already doing this supply to Amazon and Alibaba. So that's very clear. So there actually, that means we are allowing. But if the moment you also have this kind of infra, we will add in the phase 1. Otherwise, in the phase 2, depends on the penetration, depends upon what we have that particular country, then we decide. So sometimes we may start on start doing a marketplace, or maybe some of the unique product to have. We have that one. We have I cannot tell you the company name. It's like a let's say online shopping mall exclusive will be there for the people. It's only available through us. So that's a part of our marketing techniques, because we want people to buy through us. So this is we are planning to do. So that means we also source it, but it is not our primary focus. We are more for the people to start complete e-commerce business with the tools and platforms and facilities and everything. And in the marketplace, we are avoiding the phase 1 and 2. Phase 3, we might think about it. That's my idea. So if you wanted to go for a marketplace, of course, Amazon, Alibaba, like a thing, this is the best thing. So we are in the brief, the answer is, we allow, as soon as you have a quality, you have a fulfillment centers to do. If you are only small with merchants, we may not be encourage you to put into your product to us. We focus on a 1.5 project. Products we already have. I believe you got the answer. Okay. Okay. Why have you kept the focus for Qatar market for phase 2 instead of initiating on it? Okay, considering you are in Qatar. Yeah, this I have been telling in every presentation I'm talking this point. Of course, we are based in Qatar. We have a Qatari company. Now, why we are not? We actually, it's always good to start in Qatar, but the infrastructure which we are looking to do, it is in Middle East, it's not there. I hope you know that. So, country like North America, it has it. Like they have fulfillment centers. The infra is in place. A product delivery in 1 day is possible. Even 6 hours is possible. 9 hours is delivery is possible. And plus, that's a market is there. They have a garage. They have everything in a place to whatever we want to do. And Qatar does not have it. That's the reason we are not starting in. If you don't have in Qatar, we would have started in Qatar. But at the moment, we don't have it by the Alibaba or Amazon. There's no such a fulfillment centers in Qatar so far. All the companies, they do themselves. Okay, they don't even outsell. There are a few companies, actually, there's a delivery company or a last mile company they're using, but not with an independent fulfillment centers is not there. So which we don't have it, so we don't want to do. And there's not our core competence. When you look at online shopping mall, our core competence is not that supply chain management. That is actually we really wanted to do, and we just actually arrange vendors on the API, and all the same technology just hook with their network. So when the people buy it, is automatically they get information, they process it, and they bill us. They bill to us for that. It's an easy arrangement. So we don't want to have another team to manage, and there is a management failure possibility. Supply chain is a huge problem. So that we avoid. That's not our core competence. So we avoided that one. Anyway, this portion I'll be talking on Saturday in detail. So you may. I hope you got it. So as soon as we get it, this one we will do. Even a phase 2. According to me, we will be doing ourselves in Qatar, because I don't think so other companies going to start fulfillment centers extra, considering the geographical aspect here and the kind of a country size. So we have a webcam there. I think we will be entering phase 2 or a phase 3. Now we are focusing on what we can do the best and easiest and fastest and cheapest way for the world. So anyway, this you will understand on a Saturday in detail about it. Okay. So I'll see you on 19th September at 6 p.m. And it's a biggest webinar, and on that 100 days of challenge. And as you know, today the Q&A session happening, and today is a Thursday. We don't have a mastermind today, so we will see you on most of you. I'll see you on a Saturday. And if you have any more questions, if you may ask now, otherwise we can end. Any more questions here? Okay, so I would recommend to all of you to be part of the Saturday's event. And also utilize the new CPA program which we started, and with that we can take it forward onwards. Okay, so thank you so much once again. As I think it's to the premium mentees. Today we don't have, as a Thursday, we don't have a mastermind, but Saturday we should have a fantastic mastermind as well. So I would like to request all the mentees to be part of on a mastermind as well as I know you have recording access, but I would recommend to be part of a mastermind, at least if you're not attending on the live. Of course, you attend live and coming into mastermind does make sense. So thank you once again to all of you. I'll see you on a Saturday, and some of you I think are meeting me tomorrow. I'll meet you tomorrow also. Okay. Kindly provide exact URL of what? How we connect with a local entrepreneur, or local entrepreneur, what kind of entrepreneurship you have. If you can actually connect that one, easy, right? Which I shown you the method. Put what kind of industry you have. Okay. Extract URL. I don't know how we can. Okay. Sir, the slides available on website. Yes, notes you can download. It's a slide comes as a notes. You can download tomorrow. I think tomorrow may not be there. So day after tomorrow will be there. Let's see. I can upload it tomorrow. You can download. Okay. Email scrapping is a good method to collect the email says exactly. So okay. So all of you, thank you so much once again, and a wonderful weekend. And when we come back from weekend on a Saturday, we have a fantastic session. As you know, I'm quite excited to present to you and take it to online shopping on next level. Should I hang up, or do you have a question? When we are going to get an affiliate marketing commission on a payout is the 20th of the following month. The payout is the 20th of following month. Following month means this month you get a 20th of next month. If you say different email, you can smartly use that different email ID and get a more extraction you can do without making this one. Okay. Yeah, you can get extracted that one. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so thank you so much, all of you. I believe it is the tools you start utilizing. It's awesome, as we discussed earlier. The tool, the moment we come to the tools, we need to start utilizing the day one. That's that list building should happen. So before we start doing an email campaign. Okay, so that way it makes. What is the email limit for the affiliate website we purchased? Email limit means what kind of email you're talking about. You have a newsletter subscription there, you can have a limit. There's no limit. Any number of people can actually subscribe your email. What exactly limit? Okay. Could you repeat that one? Then I'll take that one. What's the email limit for affiliate website? No, we don't have any limit for an email. I'm not sure what you're talking about. You're talking about creating corporate email ID. Okay. Oh yeah. So there is no limit, but one thing all of you know, it is not our limit from our side. If you start a webmail and you start a G Suite, G Suite will not allow you using another webmail. So then once you open a G Suite, you have to go to G Suite with all the emails. Otherwise, you have to use a webmail. So many people say, I want 1 or 2 G Suite and the rest I'll use any webmail. That's not possible with one domain. So they need to have a similar 2 domains to do that. Okay. So that way it is. I think we got that. Okay. So thank you very much, all of you. I'll see you tomorrow, or maybe some of you I'll meet you definitely on a Saturday on 19th. Thank you.